Right, I'm here with Jason Medi, and you'll be coming up against Boji. We did a little bit of homework on him just before the fight. What do you think about your opponent?
Yeah, Hayden, thanks for having me here once again. Yeah, he's a good boxer, I looked him up, very skilled. He's got a good amateur resume as well. He's been in the Olympics, I see. He's fought Russians. He's a decent opponent, a good test that I needed in my career. I think it has come now, and I'm going to deliver.
I mean, look, if you look at your career so far, you've been very active since you've been with the WBC as well. What's your goals and plans?
Yeah, I've always been this guy that just likes to fight, And signing with Brad Norman and his father has helped me a lot also because they're hosting tournament every month or every second month, so it also keeps me active. So the goal here is to get as much fight as I can this year. After this ABU, probably a few defense, maybe 1 or 2 defenses before we jump onto the next title. So that's the plan. Looking forward to maybe 3-4 fights by end of the year. That's my goal for this year.
So for this one, it's the ABU, it's the full title, full version of the title. Obviously, that takes you into significant rankings as well. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, of course. That's what's been, driving me crazy in this camp, making me train even extra hard, because looking at the ABU, it's not just SADC or it's the full ABU that puts you in the WBC ranking. So I have to take this belt because I'm looking at the ratings as well, and that's what I'm going for. That's what's driving me for this fight.
I know just off camera, Aaron Muteba said that you had to mention his name in this interview, so I thought I'd just introduce that topic. How's your relationship like with him?
Yeah, so we've been sparring for the last 3-4 weeks, and he's looking good as well. We're fighting under the same bull, and that's also one exciting boxer, Southpaw. I feel like we've got a similar style because I feel like I see myself in Aaron and he feels the same. So it's been good working with them and the Durant's camp in general. As everybody knows, it's my last 2 years I've been camping at Durant. So it's just a good relationship I have with every boxer, including the coaches.
And once you get into the fight, do you anticipate it being your most difficult one?
There's no easy fight in boxing. You're going up in the ring against a man like you, who trained as well, who's been there, he's been punched in the face, he knows how to hit as well. So I'm going in there ready for anything, I've trained since December. Actually, I was back since my last fight. I fought the Thursday, and the Monday I was back at the gym. I've been in the gym since then, so I know what's coming and I'm ready for him. But I don't think it's that tough, maybe on paper because of his record and what he's done and all that. But looking at this guy, I don't think he's much of a problem for me,
I see that the WBC has got a whole bunch of options at the moment, including this Grand Prix that just came up now. We've seen a couple of contenders from South Africa going in there. Were you in that conversation, and was that up for discussion?
Yeah, so my 2 weight that I fight in wasn't part of the tournament, but middleweight, which is closest to super middleweight, was there. So we're just like, let's see how we drop weight for this fight and see how my body feels. So I've been on fight weight for 10 days now. I've been on my fight weight. I've been dancing between 76 and 77 kilos. So, and I still feel strong, and I still feel like I can cut a little bit more if I have to. So middleweight is a weight that I can push. It might be a little bit of a stretch, but we can push for it. We just want to see how we do in this fight, and then we'll take it from there.
I've got to talk about that topic as well, because a lot of boxers, they have everyone has different beliefs, and you mentioned that you're already on weight, and it's almost a week or 2 out before the fights, and so your body is getting into it. What is the reason behind that?
So I like to feel how my body is before the fight. I go into sparring. I like having 7-8 sparring sessions on fight weight. All my camps has been like that. So this fight, because it's my first super middleweight fight in 9-10 months. I just wanted to still see how my body does coming from 87, 86 kilos. So I just wanted to test it a little bit, and I don't feel any different from the other weight cut. So I feel strong and just staying disciplined, with the food and the running and the training. That's how my weight just drops naturally.
So in saying all that, it's not inconceivable that you could make middleweight.
No, I think I can make middleweight easy. Well, not as easy as I make super middle and light heavy, but I don't think it should be a problem. That's like 12 kgs, 13 kg cut. I think I can do that.
How do you see your opponent on fight night coming in? Do you think what do you think he brings to the table in terms of what he's going to do in the ring against you?
He's gonna come and box. He's a boxer. These Olympians have this boxing, outbox you and go. But it looks like he fades, man. I've watched his last 8 fights. After round 5, 6, he looks like he fades. I'm not going into the fight with that mentality, but I know for sure I'm gonna stop him later rounds. I'm looking at round 8, 9, and 10. That's where I'm sensing my stoppage coming in, and yeah.
If you had to look back now, I mean, obviously this is going to be a career highlight for you, but on the come up, on the build up, what's been your most difficult fight?
Up to this day, my biggest fight, which turns out to be my easiest fight, also has to be Jackson Masamba. It was one guy that I actually felt the pressure because of the people. I was surrounded by so many Congolese boxers which knew him from back in the day, so there was too much noise, and he's saying this, and it turned out to just be my easiest fight because I knocked him out in a few seconds. But I think other than that, I haven't really had a tough fight. That's why I'm grateful for this one, because this has to be a test, and if it happens, it turns out to be the same result as Jackson, then so be it. But I know this is going to be my toughest test up to date, yes.
All right, and how's your preparation been for this?
Great, man. 3 months in camp, feeling strong, going strong, and yeah, man, it's the best camp I've had so far.
There seems to be a positivity, particularly here in Gauteng. There's a lot of opportunities that have opened up for boxers, whereas some of the recent years it has been difficult. What have you taken in this year?
Yeah, looks like this year, promoters they busy, giving every boxer a chance. One of them being Lerena, WBC, the Warrior Saint promotions. Golden Gloves looks also a bit active this year. So it's happy to see things like this, happening, because then you won't lack opponents, you won't lack fights, and tournaments are going to be full, boxers are going to stay active. We always pray for boxers to stay active. Some of us, we feed our families through the sport, So it's just great to see Gauteng and boxing in general just going the way it's going.
All right, do you have a message for your opponent?
Hey man, this man must come ready. He must come very ready, because he's gonna see something for nothing that night. I'm gonna bring my A game, the best I've ever been, the best I've ever looked in sparring, in a fight. I'm gonna leave it all in the ring that night, and yeah, man, he must come. Let's give these people a show. He mustn't come as an underdog. There's no underdog here, because I'm also an underdog. I might fight out of South Africa, but I'm technically not a South African. So he's not a South African. So it's a neutral ring. We're all coming, and let's just give these people a show, man.
Right, 100%. Lastly, Jason, do you have any thank yous, any shout outs?
Thank you to my manager, Brad Norman, and his dad, Alan Norman, the WBC, for the opportunities they've been giving me. Thanks to my opponent for taking the fight, because the last 3 opponents has been just pulling out, and my last fight I had like 4 changes. At least this one, he gave us a word and he stick to it. So thank you to his team and everybody that's behind him. Thanks to the fans that's been supporting me, my sponsors, Superfishes, Sprint. Just thank you to everybody, man. Thank you to Hayden, SA Boxing Talk, for always making time for the boxers. Thank you, guys.